Hey everybody, it's Jochen Hayden, and I'm back with the Hellsen versus Hayden Part 2 campaign. This is Scenario 2. I'm playing Japan, and he's playing the Allies. And today, it's the 22nd of December, 1941. We describe the dot base and the Aleutians. Alright, today's going to be a big day for us, guys, because we got Kido Butai having its combat debut since you saw it at Manila almost 2 weeks ago. Oh! Okay, Mark 14 torpedoes. They work for me. That was a close one. All right. Thank goodness. He's got so many subs there. Man. All right. I-171 takes a shot at the Phelps and misses. That's at Johnston. Now we're going to have to deal with this. Yeah. Already taking hits. Alright. 2 hits on the 171. Okay. No night bombing. No night op. So we can see offensive operations anyway. He's got quite a bit of ASW at Johnston. I wonder what he's doing there. Man, we're hit again. I think we need to pull that thing out of there. Oh, yeah, we definitely need to pull that thing out of there now. Oh, man. Nope. It's not looking good for the I-171. Yeah, we need to get that thing out of there. I should write that down. I-171. Get it the heck out of there. Something just sank. What was that? I have no idea what that was. It wasn't one of mine. Must have been something we sunk or hit a day or two ago. Okay, so it looks like no naval movement, no naval combat, which is fine with me because I'm not in the mood right now. I want to see what Kido Butai gets up to. Okay, a lot of spotting. See if we can kind of get through this a bit. I don't really get all these ships. What is he doing up there? Oh, wow. Did you see those subs? Did you guys see those subs? At, oh, let me guess. Bad weather. Golly. Bad weather. Hate bad weather. Alright, I am not looking forward to another costly day over Singapore, but we gotta do it. I gotta do it. Okay, so far the sweeps are getting off coordinated, which is what I really needed. Thunderstorms. Man, this weather. Okay, all of our sweeps are going in front of the bombers today. That's what I needed. Oh, yeah. Oh, heavy cloud. That's not ideal. It's already not off to a good start, guys. Okay, 100. Oh, there's our favorite unit, the 100th Chinese Corps. This is the one that gave us all the trouble at Wenchao. Man, bad weather. Severe storms. Affects our accuracy a lot. At least our sweeps are going in okay. Alright guys, here we go. Heavy cloud is not going to help us, but we gotta do what we gotta do here. This is not particularly going well, if I'm reading this correctly. Whoa. Okay, maybe it did go well. Wow. Okay. There we go. So here we're off to our first start, guys. This is what we're doing. The Kido Butai is going to be doing a little bit of industry bombing here. Some strategic bombing of Australia. And right off the bat, we have 65,000 fires and 155 manpower hits. I don't know if that's good or not. I hope it is. All right, so we're off to a good bombing start here. At least we're getting through the clouds. Okay, so the point of this is to slow this unit down because I need to hurt it. I want to attack it this turn. I want to disrupt it and I want to hurt it. So I'm hoping that that goes off well. Alright, so I brought the altitude up a bit higher today, guys. I want to know if it's going to help us. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. I went up to 15,000 feet. The flak hits are heavy, but nothing outright killed. But we're not getting a lot of hits, so it's kind of a wash, I think. Man, this weather. All right, some good hits on Rangoon. Good hits on Rangoon. Just not even trying to fight it. All right. Overall, the bombing is going pretty good right now. At least here in China. Okay. Ooh, decent hits on Nanning. I like that. All right. Got some bombers into here, unopposed. And looks like we hit 1, 2, 3, 3 different units here. That's what I want to see. 4. 3. That's good. Oh, gee, thanks for the escort, I guess. I didn't really need it, but that's cool. Okay, put a little more hurt on Temolo. Let's see how we do with the 15,000. Well, jeez. We're not getting damaged. Well, we are still getting damaged. We're not getting shot down, but we're not getting any damage to the base. Look at the flak, it's just ripping us up, and we're just not getting any damage on the base. It does not bode well for us, quite honestly. It does not. Well, here we go. Now we know what he's got here. So the 41st Chinese Corps and the 90th. All right. Okay, and we can definitely see which way they're going as if it was any surprise. Severe storms, man. But we're still getting good damage. Woo! Look at these Betties coming here dropping some hate. I like what we're getting here. All right, I brought some Betties in here today to try to soften up this unit a little bit. Oh yeah, that's some good stuff right there. That's gonna help us take this base today. Overall, other than the Singapore thing, I'm reasonably satisfied with the bombing so far. It's been okay. Let's kill these guys, whatever they are. His bait ships. Come on, here we go. Hey, where you at, man? Get it? Nice. All right, I think that thing's gonna sink. Okay. And here's what I like as well. The squadron leader here only sent 9 aircraft after this, not all of them. Okay, not bad, not bad. I've had worse days than this. We did have some cancellations, but that's okay. All right, let's... Mavis spotted 2 allied ships near Wake. What? I don't know what that is. Sub, perhaps? Look at that. More cancellations. Okay, we got torpedoes now, guys. Let's not mess around anymore. Wait, where are the torpedoes? Ah, we should have torpedoes on this. Well, we're supposed to have torpedoes, but whatever. We carried bombs. And we hit quite a few ships this time. I still don't understand why the ships are even there. Get them out, Hellsen. You're just giving me free kills. They're not doing anything. I don't understand why he hasn't pulled these out yet. He's a ruthless guy. You know that? He just sacrifices everything. Oh, no. Oh. Oh. So good. Look at this. Look at these losses, guys. We're into the meat now. Okay, when you start taking out whole squads like this, you're just devastating the whole unit. Oh, yeah. Dude, whole units are dying here now. All right, what do we got here? Bait. That's what this is, guys. This is bait. Well, great job. We just nuked AMC with a lot of bombs. Releasing from 10,000 feet? Oh, whatever. All right, all in all, not a terrible air phase. It's not terrible. Something else just sank, and I'm assuming that's going to be something at Rangoon. So now we've got the Tambor. Another sub at Wake. But here, I bet you that guy right there, I'll bet you that's the Argonaut limping out of there. Nice. Okay. So I-123 is on the surface engaging a ship. And these guys are doing so awesome. They're not wasting any torpedoes on these. I think we got that one too. Those are ships that he's just feeding out of Manila now. Okay, so far so good. Let's get into some land combat. Okay, Manila. Yeah, freebie.
Hello, you fighting orphans of the Pacific.
Let's let her talk.
This is your favorite enemy, Orphan Anne, at Radio Tokyo, with music to lift your spirits and words to depress your morale. But first, Imperial General Headquarters announced today that the ever-victorious forces of the Japanese Empire have captured Manila.
Manila. Manila. Like a folder. We got her. It's free. Thanks a lot. Alright. This is going more or less the way I thought it would. Cool. Retreat. That's what I want. Excellent. Alright, so this one was a no-brainer here. Okay, this one, I'm not entirely sure how this is going to go. I hope it goes well. We did have some good bombing here. I would love these guys to retreat right this way, if we can take them out. Oh, God. Ah, man, that did not go well. That didn't go well at all. What the heck? How did we not take that? Oh, crap. I figured we would have done a lot better than that. These guys are tough, man. This unit has caused me nothing but trouble. Man. We're going to have to figure out something else here. This is not good. Alright, so we're bombarding here just to see what he's got. And definitely 3 decent-sized units here. And you know what? If they want to be tied up here with me, that's fine. That means that these guys aren't on the road up the way. Okay, this should go well here at Sambas because we had a good bombing rate in here. I think we'll take it this turn. Yes! 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 Oh. Well, that's not as good. Well, at least we killed a couple of them. I was hoping we'd get all 3 and we wouldn't have to worry about this mopping up, but no such luck. So be it. Right. Hopefully this time we can finish this stupid thing. Thank you. Oh my God, it's still not dead. I can't believe it. They're still not dead. I have never seen this. There's no way. Alright. So this is us bombarding him. I was just kind of feeling around to see what he's got. And what I see here, we're not going to attack this. No way. And this is us attacking him just to kind of see what he's got going on here. And it's nothing to be worried about. Okay, this is a base that's unoccupied. Sangi, another base, dot base. New Hanover is in dot base. Des Moines. Boom boy. Just cleaning them up. Kira Kira. Thank you very much. Allied units surrounded at Sinyang. Allied units surrounded at Sinyang. Okay, well, that's fine, but, you know. What about killing them now? We did have some good expansion there, though, at the end of it. This is 4 good turns in a row as far as I'm concerned. I don't know about you guys. It's good to me. Four in a row. It's got to be. That's definitely a record. Huh? I had no idea that Kuala Lumpur had a garrison requirement. Oh, I better fix that. I didn't even know that. Wow. Not bad, guys. 4 in a row. Okay, well, now you know what I'm doing with Kido Butai. At least you know what I did last turn. Let's take a look at what we did. Aircraft losses for this turn a little bit better than before. Not 20 something. We're down to 6 today. So we lost 4 carrier aircraft total. These are all due to ops losses. So, I mean, that's not the... It's kind of expected when you operate that many aircraft. And then 1 Lily to flak and 1 Babs. Just ops loss. So, not too bad. Taking a look at the pilots lost this turn, only 2. So this is one of our absolute best days we've had as far as losing pilots. I don't think any of those lost pilots are from the Kido Butai either. So that's actually really good. Taking a look at the army loss points for this turn. Hellsen is lost 57. I lost 0. Ship sunk this turn. We put a few on the board. Now, again, I don't trust any of these sub kills. I don't believe any of them. So I'm almost certain that that sub is still alive. But these AKLs and this AMC definitely sank. All right. For the turn, we gained 1,844 points. Definitely our best turns as far as points gains. We'll look at why in just a little bit. It's not as exciting as you may think. That brings the Allied win ratio down to 1.691 though, which is kind of a big drop for them. All right. Now we'll fire up the old combat reporter and see what we got. So Wake Island, we had some sub activity there. The Trout shooting at one of my AKs and missing, but I'm worried that they're going to hit next turn. This is a big risk here. And then the Choco Maru chased off the Tambor. At Johnston, the I-171 got slammed. Let's take a look at that. Johnston, here it is. Um, the damage is bad, but it's not terminally bad. As long as we don't get hit again, we can get out of here okay. So I've ordered the I-171 to retreat, and we'll probably end up having to take this all the way to truck to work on that flotation damage at a minimum. Maybe get it into the floating dry dock. I think it can patch this up. If not, it may have to go all the way back to the home islands for repair. And then at Baton, the I-123, I believe a second kill in 2 days, took out this AKL with nothing but deck gun. Torpedoes are fully intact. Alright, we have a notice here that all allied units are surrounded at Sinyang, which, okay, whatever. For ground, feeling out the enemy here at Woohoo. I actually don't want to kill this unit. I want them to stay right where they're at, because if I kill this, it's going to head back to Chungking and come back with 200 AV in it. So actually, I'll let it sit here. It's not hurting me at all. Sinyang, again, another ridiculous result. We basically killed the group army, but the 12th Chinese Corps is still intact, and I don't understand how they're still alive. But they're surrounded, they're out of supply. It's just a matter of time. It's just a pain in the butt working these guys down like this. Songi, we grabbed that. These are all, oh, here we go. Manila. We got Manila for free, which I think was a big mistake for Hellsen, because if you look at the industry here, the only thing that's damaged is one light industry point, and I am not going to waste the supply to fix that. It's not needed. It's not necessary. So we got this base at a huge discount, right? So all we have to really do is repair a little bit of damage, and we have the base up and running. And I want to start building that airfield up. I don't have any engineers yet, so I'm moving some in. But yeah, we're going to build this base up, and it's going to be ours. And this is part of our big point swing here, right? He lost 1,100, and I gained 550 just by taking this place. And because of the multiplier here, every time I expand this airfield, it's going to really increase the points here. So it behooves me to increase the port and the airfield on this stuff. It's going to give me big points here. All right. Let's see here. Ground activity in China. This was just bombarding and finding out that these are way too many troops for us to deal with, so we're going to leave them alone. These guys here, kind of the same thing. I'm not too interested in the spread on that. We had a nice win here with the 3rd Infantry Division taking out a enemy unit on the Xi'an road. So we'll just keep driving up the road because, you know, why not? And then another disappointing battle here. We had more AV. The terrain is good for us, but we still did not carry the day. And which makes no sense because look at that. They're disrupted, the morale's low, and their experience is low. But I think we just got a bad roll here. So I'm going to keep on this because I definitely want to stop this allied unit. It's dangerous. So I think I just need more bombing on it next turn, and we should be able to take it out. Amphibious operations. We just landed here on Sansapur. Okay, so we'll talk about the big air operations because those are the ones that really matter. Sydney was the big attack today. The first one was a sweep. The second one was a manpower attack. So what I'm trying to do here is extract some strategic loss points from the allies. And how you do that is you bomb the manpower. The manpower converts itself into fire damage. And that fire damage spreads to the industry that is in the base. All right? So if you look at Sydney, it has a massive industry, right? You got resources, oil, heavy industry, light industry. All those things, every time they get damaged, it gives us points. So if we look at the intelligence report, we gained 98 points last turn from strategic loss points from Sydney. That means 98 industry are damaged in Sydney from those fires. And as long as these fires burn, it burns and destroys more industry. And how you keep the fires going is you bomb the manpower repeatedly. And it stokes the fire. And then those fires spread to the industry in the hex. Now, we're not getting good intel right now as to what all is damaged. We may get that on the following turns when we hit it again, because you got to remember that our intel kind of lags a turn. So next turn we should be able to see exactly what's on fire here and what we're damaging. But I think I want to do it again, because here's the thing. Uh, Australia has a lot of industry. Okay, there's a lot of places to bomb and hit here. And if I'm going to be here, I might as well be hitting these places to try to burn some of the stuff down. There's a lot of points here. So I think that's kind of what we're going to do. Now, one thing I see here is that, well, we'll talk about when we go around the map. And then the other revelation today was I increased the bombing altitude of my bombers going into Singapore to 15,000 feet as an experiment. And I'd say we have mixed results. It's good because we have less aircraft shot down outright, and it's bad because we're barely hitting anything. So I think I'm going to come down to maybe 13,000 feet next turn and see what that does. That might be the sweet spot, because we were just getting shellacked at 11,000 feet. It is too much. So I got to find that happy medium there where we're getting some hits on the field but not taking too many losses from our aircraft. That's for SIGINT this turn. More activity at Bandung. Let's take a look at that. Again, look at this huge airfield here. He's collecting a lot of aircraft here at Bandung, and he's probably overstacked, is my guess, is because this only has the airfield capacity of 3, and it gets really hard to go past 3 because that's the natural level is 3. You can expand it past that, but it takes a lot of time and a lot of engineers. So he's probably overstacked to have that many aircraft there. That would be great if we could bomb it. LA. Okay, there's something going on at LA. Let's see if we can derive anything from that. Nope, that just tells us that he's got he's got a lot of ships here. Okay, it doesn't tell us much. Kodiak Island, there's something going on there. Let's take a look at that. Where is Kodiak? Oh yeah, Kodiak. There's detection, but we can't really see anything there. Mare Island, probably nothing I can see. Again, another call at LA, but it's not telling us much. And Ulaanbaatar is north of Mongolia. Not much to learn from that. So again, SIGINT is only telling us he's got a lot of aircraft at Bandung. The rest of it's not that important to us. For ops report, let's take a look at the Intel tab. Ominato size 4. That's really good for repelling a carrier attack if he decides to come in here. And I'm not stopping there. We're going to go as far as we can take that. Kaifeng, size 4 airfield in China. That's actually pretty important because that's going to reduce some stacking level. I was having issues with stacking last turn. I don't have that anymore. So now I can base more aircraft out of Kaifeng and fly shorter range missions out of this. This is really good for me. Rabaul, port size 4. That kind of explains itself. Tuguegarao on the Philippines. That's my backup airfield for now while we were waiting for Manila to come online. So now we're up to a size 3 airfield, which should give us no issues operating any aircraft out of here. Ali single engine. And Ankang, fort size 2. That's big too. That means that we have a nice little place to fall back into if things go really bad for us out here. We can fall back into the Ankang Hex and have some fort ready for us there. All right, looking at the combat tab, you can see we have sunk a few more ships here, or a few more reported as sunk. The Nord, the Gunabi, Ware, Taurus, and Tanager. Some of these are reported as of December 8th near Manila. Okay, let's look at the Japan tab. Look at all these bases we captured again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I am doing between 5 and 10 a day. Pilot tab. 1 pilot killed in a landing accident. That's a little better than we've been doing, I guess. And then repairs. Now check this out. For those of you that aren't aware, the Japanese can actually convert a ton of ships early on. And I've been doing that. So as you see here, we have a lot of patrol boats, ACMs, and AMCs coming online here. And that's all really good for me because I need these guys to maintain my minefields, to sweep enemy mines and just patrol boats for random tasks. So a lot of ships coming online this turn from conversions from the beginning of the campaign. Most of these were AKLs, light cargo ships. So I'll have to figure out what I got here and redistribute them. And I think that's it for the off support. So that's it for Combat Reporter. We're already here in China. Let's talk about it. Okay. I had a win here. We're surrounding this unit here, right? So there's no escape for them. They can't get out. Didn't do too well here. We are in Conscien down here, so we're going to take that base next turn. And we're probably going to hold here for a bit because there's a sizable amount of units in between here and here. And I don't know if I have enough. Oh, I need to get these guys moving. I don't really have enough troops at the moment to deal with that. So I'm not even going to try. Let those guys just kind of marinate there for a bit and wait for reinforcements, which are on the way. All right. Let's talk about the main operation here. Getting up the Ankang Road. It's going okay. Hellsen is breadcrumbing us here right now and basically leaving units in the way to slow us down. So it slows us down every time we have to stop an attack. But fortunately, we only have 2 more hexes to deal with that. And then we have uninterrupted roads all the way up to 8140, which is my ultimate objective. But issue, we have a guapa troops coming this way from Sion that are going to get there soon. And then we also have troops here, and it's a race to get here. And even if I do get there, am I going to be able to deal with these troops when we get there? So I got some problems, and I don't know what to do about it. So I'm having to figure that out. Let's see here. Otherwise, we're doing okay coming up the road here. Again, we have a lot of enemy troops trying to get in position, and we're just gonna have to leave some units behind to deal with those. But I think the armor should be able to get up this way in short order. And again, for the time being, our operations into Nanning are kind of at a standstill for the moment. I just don't think I can shock attack across this and be successful with the amount of troops that he's got in there. So I'm just going to wait for some reinforcements. Yeah, that means he can probably build the place back up, but I really... I need more troops, bottom line. Okay, we'll take a look at Burma here. Last turn, if you guys watched my live feed last night, my live stream, I realized that I had not set this unit to a deliberate attack. It was on move mode, so I've gone ahead and set it to deliberate. We should be able to take Mole Mine without much issue here next turn. And then we can continue driving towards Pegu, which has 2 units in it, but they're very light units. They're nothing that's going to really slow me down. The infantry is coming, but it is lagging behind a bit. So that's kind of the biggest concern that I have right now, is this slow road until we get to Mole Mine. It takes a long time to get troops up here. Once we get them here, it's quick. But getting them this way takes a long time. And you can go this way or you can go this way. It really doesn't make any difference, right? Because you can rail up to here or you can start walking from here. But it's a long walk regardless, whichever way you want to go. When we have some ship capability, once we have the Strait of Malacca locked down and Singapore secure, we can ship stuff this way later on. But for now, we're just going to have to deal with it because there's just no faster way to get in there. At Singapore, yeah, it's going fine. We're still trying to get into Temalo. It's really slow going because it's slow terrain and the roads aren't particularly good. In fact, there's almost no roads at all. So it's taking forever to get troops in there. We've got quite a few days to go until they're in position. But once we get in there, we shouldn't have too much trouble in reducing these guys because they're damaged, they're out of supply, and they probably have had no chance to build any kind of fortification up. So, you know, I think we shouldn't have a huge issue getting Temalo secured once we get in there. We finally took Sambas last turn, which was good. So now I've got these troops moving down to take Pontiac. And then from there, I need to figure out where they're going to go. Maybe towards Miri, or maybe further down to Ketapang, Billiton, all those other places over there. I have to decide if I want to venture that deep into the Java Sea without adequate support. I don't know if I want to do it quite yet. Yeah. In other news, everything is going very good in the in this part of the Dutch East Indies, right? I don't really have much to say here. We're just kind of consolidating stuff and resting up, rearming, refueling ships. But one thing I did notice here is, holy moly, look at these Dutch subs. This guy's like a virus, dude. He just follows me everywhere. Fortunately, we didn't. I took all the ships here and I packed them up because I was worried about this. So he found nothing here for us, and I don't think he's gonna find anything here for us for a while. So what I'm gonna do is probably throw up some ASW just to try to scare him off right now. And then once we get rid of them, once we get rid of these subs, we can take the ships and move them out, and also the troops too, because we do need to get these troops out of here. But not until I clear these subs out. You notice at Ambon, the subs have left, right? I think he realized it was no good. So I just need to flood this place with ASW as well. And then we'll scare them off too. Once we do, we can get the ships out of there. All right, Solomon's doing just fine. We captured Buna last turn. I've got a few more dot bases to capture in this area, and then we are hauling the mail. And again, I am just using small fragments of stuff. It's not even anything substantial. So it's low intensity that I'm doing with all these dot bases over here. The next two bases I want to take are Salamaua and Wow. Wow! They do have some troops there, but now that I have a size 4 airfield at Rabal, I can use my bombers to actually do some ground attack here and do a good job dislodging them for the eventual invasions. And then we own everything on this side of Papua. Getting around to this side to Port Moresby is a little bit more complicated, and something I'm kind of wait to do until I have more support to do it. But yeah, there we go. I think Solomon's is going very, very well. And again, we've already talked about the Keto Butai operation. One thing I wanted to point out to you is that there is a ton of bombers in Sydney. So I don't know if he's intending to send those out towards the Keto Butai or not. My guess is he's not, because he's a little scaredy cat and he's afraid to lose anything. So he's probably not going to attempt to attack Keto Butai with these bombers. For one, they're not trained for it, and two, he knows I've got a lot of cap, and three, he's got no escort to send with it. So it's a suicide run, and he doesn't want to give me points. So we're going to have free reign of this whole area because there's just no Australian fighters in the area yet that are capable of doing what needs to be done. Furthermore, even if he is shipping in fighters from the United States or from Hawaii or wherever, he will not be bringing them into Australia while Keto Butai is around, because that's just a recipe for disaster, right? He knows that the convoy will get sunk if he comes anywhere near Australia, so he's not going to do that. He's just going to hang out and wait. But that means fine with me. That means we get to hit these bases up here on the free and basically face no opposition. All right. Taking a look at New Caledonia, the Tanaka Cadet is well on their way to Noumea. Now, I do know there's a free French unit here, and they have a couple big guns and probably some decent, really good terrain to fight on, right? But I don't believe that unit has any engineers at all. And on top of that, I doubt he's had any chance of building sort of fortifications, so we shouldn't have too much issue taking Noumea out. And then from there, we'll have a really good base of operations in the South Pacific. Maybe even a little forward operating location for Keto Butai if we want to do that. All right. So far, so good out here. Again, I kind of slowed down the pace of operations over here because I don't want to get ambushed again by any American heavy cruisers. So I'm just kind of waiting out the situation until I can better establish their locations with search planes, because I don't really have enough out here to do that quite yet. And then lastly, in the Aleutians. We're just kind of waiting a couple turns to see what happens. We haven't spotted anything in the area quite yet. But remember, we do have those American destroyers out here somewhere. I don't know exactly where they're at. They could be barreling towards... they'd probably be about here, is my guess. So if he hit us here, there, he's somewhere in here is where they could be. But that's getting inside my search umbrella. So I don't know if he decided to turn around because he was spotted or if he's going to press forward. Either way, I'm going to take the necessary precautions to make sure that we're ready for that if he does come. Okay, and I think that's it for the turn. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you are liking what we're doing with Keto Butai right now. I'm not saying I'm going to do this the whole time, but I'm experimenting with strategic bombing to see what we can get out of it. And this should help make up for a lot of our points that we've given up to him. All right, check it out. I actually did a comparison of my campaign as Japan versus Hellsen's campaign. And quite honestly, I'm not doing too good. He had way more points by this time than I did. Way less aircraft losses. Way less ship losses, okay? And the ratio is much better in his favor by this time in the campaign last year when I was playing him as the allies. So I need to make up that deficit, right? And I think that strategic points might be the way to do it. Because there's some fixed point costs that we know we're going to get, right? We know that we're going to get all of Java. We know we're going to get all of Singapore, Sumatra. We know we're going to get Rangoon, right? Those points we know we get. But I need to do more than that if I have any shot of winning this thing. Or at least putting up a good fight. And I've already given up too many points to aircraft losses and ship sunk, right? And actually ground losses too. I've given up more points than he has by this time. So I need to find a way to make up that difference, to get kind of caught up to where he was at. And I think this might be the way. So we're going to give it a little more of an experiment and see how it works. And then, you know, if this ends up bearing fruit, then we may be able to actually catapult ahead of where he was with us by mid-January timeframe, right? So let's see how it works out. In the meantime, I want to thank you guys for watching, supporting my channel campaign. I gotta tell you, if you're not on my Discord, you're really missing out. So get your butt over there and tell me you want to join me or Hellsen's channel, because we'll hook it up for you. Until then, I'll catch you guys on the next one.